Bem-vindos a Inteligências Lúdicas, meu nome é Rodrigo Manique, estou aqui com Leandro Nunes, tudo bem, meu querido?
E aí, pessoal, tudo bom?
E hoje estamos falando com os maravilhosos Inka e Markus Brand. Hello, Markus. Hello, Inka.
Hello.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
It is a pleasure to have you here. A dream come true, and I'm pretty nervous today and anxious. I was anxious. I couldn't sleep before this interview. And how are things going there? Are you okay?
Yes.
Everything is fine.
Good. We have so many questions. Inka, Markus, you are responsible for so many games released around the world, even in Brazil. Games that people really love. Village, so many games such as La Boca, Burgerland, Castle for All Season, Exit games, Rajas of the Ganges. When did you start working as board game designers?
Oh, it was in 1999. We were participants of a convention organized by the publisher Cosmos, and they offered a workshop to the players there, where we could test prototypes. And we really love to play test these unpublished games. And when we drove home, we decided to try it for ourselves. And so it all began.
Nice.
It was such an experience that changed your lives and ours as well. Because now we can see the beautiful games and experiences you both are bringing to us. Thank you, Leandro.
So,
You're welcome.
Let's continue. What's your previous experience before becoming a board game designer? So before this convention.
So if you mean the jobs, I worked in a hotel.
And I in an insurance agency, but we love to play board games the whole time. We play board games with our families and friends. And
as kids, as teens, we always love playing games.
Yeah.
So it's like a passion, or it was like a passion. And so we visited this convention and thought we should try that. But it was a long way. We invented games for 7 years before the first one was published then.
Ooh.
Wow.
7 years. Whoa.
Very nice. So you already had lots of ideas. And about that, could you please tell us about your creative process? Where does it start? From the theme, from the mechanic, or a dream you had? Where all those do all these great ideas come from?
It depends. Sometimes it is a mechanism we loved, and we try to invent a board game around this mechanism. Sometimes it's the theme or the material. If we found interesting materials, especially for kids games, then we try to invent a game around that. Yes.
But it always starts with someone. Some of us have an idea, sometimes Markus, sometimes me, and then we sit together and start talking about that idea. And then, I don't know how to say it, it's like a ping pong. Everyone has to say something to it. Let's make it this way or this way, and that's how it starts. If we
Nice.
have an idea.
Wow. And
Rodrigo,
yes?
let me ask you something.
Please,
What's your favorite mechanic? Do you have a favorite mechanic?
We have a favorite. I love worker placement games.
Okay.
Like we use it in Village or Rajas.
Mhm.
That's a cool thing. And with Rajas, the two tracks, with money track and score victory point track, they meet each other. That's also
I love the time mechanic in Village that
Yes,
your meeples
it's
die.
amazing. Yes, it's excellent.
Yeah.
Really excellent.
Yes, it's an experience, a life experience, if I may say.
What part of creating a board game do you like most working on?
Oh, we like the ping pong part where we discuss our ideas. And a very, very nice part is when the playtest starts to see how the people play our games, how they judge
behavior.
about the game. And that's a really nice thing.
Yeah, there's every Tuesday our play testers are here in our house and test what we have invented during the week. And they have to try everything from kids games to adult games. They have to solve every riddle we invent during that time, and that is very, very helpful.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, and how long does it take you to test the games until they go to? Do you have an estimate? For instance, 1 year.
It depends on the game. If we have a game like Village, it takes a long, long time. If we think we can send it to the publisher now, and other games, kids games, do not need to be tested that much. And sometimes the publisher returns the game and wants some changes, so you start to test again and again. So it's a very long process sometimes.
It's something between 1 and 6 months, I think, for the play testing.
Oh, nice. Okay. So, Inka, Markus, you have created so many games. And among all those great and brilliant titles, Village comes to my mind, released back in 2011 and in Brazil 2016, right? And a beloved game with great expansions. How was it to create such an amazing experience? As I told you, as I said before, a life experience, right? And did you envision both expansions that came later before the game was released? Or did they come before, together, or after?
I love to read Middle Ages novels at that time, and so that was a big dream to invent a game that in a Middle Age village to live, to show how the life works there, what you can do, and there was a big family thing in these books I read, so that's what we tried there.
Yeah, and after Village was published, it became very successful in Germany and won the Kenner Spiel des Jahres prize. And then the publisher asked us to invent the expansions. So first there was only Village, as you know, the basic game, and then we started to invent the expansions.
Because it looks like the game when I play. So this is my American copy because I bought early on when it was released. I have the copy in Portuguese too, of the base game, because you never know, right? And then came right these ones and
expansion.
I'll expand in and the other ones. And when you play, I play the first, just the base game, and wow, blew my mind, blew everyone's mind, and until now, every time I introduce the game to newcomers, wow, wait, do they age old? Yes, and wow, they have kids, and they have, oh my God, it's offsprings, and wow, they can die in a church. They can become like priests and politics and politicians. And oh my goodness, what game is this? It's me. It could be my
I live in the past.
Yes, and wow, it's it's amazing. I'm almost speechless to tell you all the experience and moments and feelings this game brought to us. It's
Thank you
and
very much.
Oh, thank you.
and when the first I bought the in and then the
port.
yeah, exactly.
The port.
And I put a port. I put here, and then okay, we play, and wow, no, this game was prepared together. No, maybe I don't know, because nowadays the games come and some designers or some companies they prepare a huge game and then they sell the first part, then they sell the second one, and at that time I think it didn't exist. And when the expansions came, you say, oh my God, it is perfect. It's organic.
I never played
What we
the
brought.
expansion.
Yeah, if you want to make an expansion, it should really, really fit into the basic game. Otherwise, it makes no sense, I think, as we think. Yeah.
It's another game.
Yeah, I will be a captain. Let's see what I can do. I'm not going on land. I will go sea. So, oh no, brewery maybe. Okay, go Leandro.
Yeah, so one game really loved in Brazil is Rajas of Ganges, a dice economic with tile worker placement. Tile and worker placement, sorry. How was it to start this game?
Oh, we had the idea for two different games. On the one hand, we had the idea for a game with the opposing victory scoring tracks. Yes. And on the other hand, we had the idea for a game with where dices represent resources.
Okay.
And the number indicates how many resources you have. And we worked on both games, and we show it to our editor at Huch Games in Germany. And it was Britta Stöckmann, and she asked us if it is possible to unite both games in one. And so Rajas of the Ganges was born.
Wow,
Very interesting.
such a beautiful game. I don't know. Such a beautiful game. This one too. This one too. This one too. Those
There's
ones
a lot
as
of.
well. So, and now I have a question. If you may tell us a little bit, what games are you currently working on? Do you have any plans for the future?
Many plans, not much time.
Yeah. We have to work on 9 exit products per year at the moment, so there is not enough space for new games or other games, I think. But we love to work on exit, so we are fine with this, and we think there will be time in the future to invent new games, really new games.
But
Rodrigo.
exit is a really big part in our life right now.
Rodrigo, I've met Markus and Inka in Essen in 2019, and I asked about new productions. We are working in exits, and today they still are working on exits.
Yes, 2019. I almost went there to Essen as well, and then 2020. I will be there. I will be there this time. Everything set. So here we are.
But pandemic.
The pandemic came, unfortunately. So exit in Brazil, it's a huge success. The exit games, as well worldwide.
Cool.
How is it to? So there are puzzles, difficult ones, and survival. And I need to get out of here. You have so many ideas, so many different ideas on each game. How is that possible? It's okay. 2 minds working all together. So
the Pharaoh's tomb it's very difficult. It's very complicated.
We failed.
Me too.
So if you asked how it is possible to invent so many different puzzles, to be honest, we don't know. After the first 3 exit games, we said, that's it. There are no more riddles possible. I don't know how to invent new riddles. And now we work on the 25th exit game.
Wow.
But I have no idea how this works.
It's something you can explain.
Yeah.
It's always different. We have a new theme, a new setting, and sit down. How could that be? What can you think about there? What things can you use to create a new riddle? And so it's just a process, not to explain.
Yeah.
I have a guess.
Ideas the whole year. We have a small book where we write down every idea during the year, and when we start a new exit game, we first we look in our book if there's something we can use for the new game. Yeah,
I think two points are important. First, I don't know if the mechanism, the wheel mechanism is the same for all the exits, but I played a lot of exits with the same mechanism, the wheel. So this makes it easy, I think, a little easy to. Oh, I have the central mechanism, and
yes,
let's work on the work around.
Yeah.
So, and the focus, you are focused on this project. So I think thinking only about this is allows you to have a lot of ideas, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe.
Please go ahead. Okay.
No,
Okay.
maybe maybe it explains that.
Yes.
The focus and
It makes it easier to work on exit because the base game still exists. It is every time the same, and we have to fill it with new riddles and a new story. And yeah, that is.
Of course, it's not an easy task. It's just it's very complicated, but with a base, it's let's add new things to this path. So let's go.
Yeah,
I think.
Yes, just if I can compare, not comparing, but I remember back in 2018. I think you weren't born by then, but 1985 to 1992, we had the video games like Atari. I had a computer called Commodore 64, yes. You know, an Amiga.
Yeah.
And we had, the Commodore 64, we had cartridges, right? And the diskettes, the floppy disks, big ones. And yeah. We had the adventure games where you had to type, not to point and click. Yeah. And the boxes of exit is like a cartridge where you plug in and then the world comes to your mind. Everywhere you look around, you are in a new world, in a new puzzle to solve.
Can you tell us about Recto Verso? It's only La Boca's routine or a different game?
It's just a relaunch of La Boca, yes, with a new theme and a new look, new design. We really love the new design. It is very beautiful.
Yes.
And we are very happy that there is another chance for La Boca, because in the German market,
they take it off.
Yeah.
2 years before, I think they take the game from the market. And now we get La Boca gets a relaunch with Super Amigo.
Nice, and we be released by Nível BR in Brazil.
Oh, okay.
It's announced.
Yes. Yes. More.
We're very
Inka.
happy about that. We love Lego. Yeah.
It's
And,
my favorite game of our own designs. Yeah.
Oh. I need to tell you, I lived in Argentina and other countries in Latin America, and I lived in Buenos Aires, and I used to go to Caminito, La Boca, to be there.
Yeah.
And when I showed my wife long time ago, and she, so is it difficult to play? And then
No.
I showed her, and because she doesn't like many steps, she likes 1, 2, or 3, and no steps. So you have to play. It's like you get your bike and try, oops, and then you go. And here you go.
That's La Boca.
So we'd like Inka, Markus, dear Inka and Markus. We have lots of questions, more and more. It would take like a mini series, right, of 30 minutes each episode. But I hope someday we can have a meeting again with you in the future to talk about new products, new games, new experiences, and
New exits.
Yeah.
there is one I'm really anxious to talk about, and we would like to thank you very much for your time with us. It's a dream come true. Thank you for bringing us so many great experiences. We had the opportunity to play with our families during these two hard times, years, right? This was escape, out of these times we had. We just
Pandemic
had
times.
pandemic times, and in some way being part of our lives, because you are. When we are playing, we are just, it's you, right? Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. That make us very proud.
I'd like to thank you the time and the opportunity to talk again. It's a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
Então, galera, estamos aqui os maravilhosos, né? Queridíssima Inka e Markus Brand, que vieram nos fazer uma visita e falar um pouquinho da sua história rica de board games, né? Spiel e muitas coisas, muitas experiências que nos trazem para as nossas vidas, né, Leandro?
Sim, foi uma viagem curta, mas muito prazerosa, né?
Exato, muito intensa. Muito obrigado, galera. Até mais. Bye bye.